Welcome once again here on Regional Radio Sports. Paul Condry with Eric Gingerich, head women's basketball coach, Bethel College. Preseason media day here today. Eric, first of all, an exciting opportunity for you and your gals because a influx of 12 new faces as well as personalities, a wide range of dynamics coming into your program. Just kind of share with our audience how exciting that brings everybody here to the gym every day.
Yeah, I mean, numbers alone don't solve every problem, but numbers do help a ton with energy, enthusiasm, just the general feel around the program. It's brought a lot of excitement, a lot of fun. There's a lot of fun personalities in this freshman class. Kids that are pretty comfortable in their own skin, just goofballs, and it brings a new kind of aura that we've needed. And and again, I think I mentioned in the presser, they're such coachable kids that they're just here to play hard, to be coached up. They listen well to their upperclassmen leaders. They take advice well. And so all that's a recipe for them integrating well into the program, for the upperclassmen to not be threatened by them, to feel comfortable with each other, and that's been exciting and a lot of fun.
With young ladies coming back, however, you do have your top three scorers coming back. Cam Glenn, 16 points, Kelsey Brickner, 11 points a game, and Jessica Irwin right around 9 points a game. So you do have some experience as well, some kids who can put the ball in the basket. You also have your 4 rebounds, 3.5 rebounds, and 3 rebounds for those 3 gals as well too. So it's not like they're just not doing one thing. So you've got 3 really, really fine offensive players.
Yeah, we do. We brought back a lot, and they all have the capability to go off on any given night. You know, Jesse's high last year was 30. You know, Cam was in the 20s a number of times. Kelsey was in the 20s a number of times. And so they have capability to really put the ball in the hole. That's exciting. They all have got to become better defensively, and specifically they've got to be great rebounders. We would love to honestly see Cam around that 6 rebound mark on average. We think she can be a fantastic rebounding guard. And the way Cam's been playing with the urgency she's been playing with the last 3 weeks in practice, and we saw it again at our alumni game, you know, more of a scrimmage, but she's getting after the basketball and she's attacking the boards like we've never seen her go after rebounds. And that's exciting because when she does that, she is going to be so tough, tough.
How do you realistically, from a year ago, you were out-rebounded on the season by 6 rebounds per game. That's a significant dynamic. If you shoot the ball better, that helps, obviously. But let's just talk about making improvements in just the fundamental plays, putting a body on somebody, being physical when you need to be able to box people out.
Yeah. You're right. Our shooting percentage going up will help with that. We gave teams a lot of opportunities to pull down more boards than us. But when we went back and evaluated just specifically what went wrong rebounding-wise, we spent more time than necessary on the fundamental part of rebounding in practice. And what it came down to was everybody knows how to rebound. It's whether you just have a desire to or not.
Exactly.
So, frankly, we've gone the opposite way in practice, and my mentors would probably roll when they hear this, but we've told our girls, you know what, we're going to try and not do a rebounding drill the entire year, and we'll just run if we don't rebound the ball. And I tell you what, we've been rebounding the ball a lot better after the first 2 days in practice when it's like offensive rebound, get on the line, because we're not going to give up offensive rebounds this year. And we don't have to teach you how to turn and put a button to somebody. It's just you got to want to do it. And if you don't want to do it, you'll be in really great shape.
Let's talk about the landscape of a very, very competitive league. A year ago, Marion 17-1, Iwu 15-3, Taylor 14-4, and then we'll go on down the layer there. So let's just talk about playing in a league that's produced multiple national championships over the course of the last decade or so.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fun league to play in. Other coaches you talk to outside the league, man, it's so brutal. How do you – it's like, no, we love competition. This is awesome. And the depth is just amazing. And nationally, it's such a well-respected league. It's fun to be able to compete in a league like that and try and if you can compete in this league, you can play with anybody in the country, and that's what's exciting for our kids to know that. And we talked about the non-conference slate being so important to set us up for success in our league. But you go on down the list, man, there's so much depth on rosters in this league. It's just unbelievable. And now we feel like we're building the depth. Now it's young depth, but we feel like we're building the talent depth it takes to compete. And so I think some of our last 5 years, the results we've had is maybe you talked about coaches voting and all that, and we don't care that much about that. But I think that some coaches will be surprised by the level of play of some of our freshmen. I really do, and it's going to be exciting to watch them develop this year.
All right, let's close it up by talking about coaching staff. Your wife, Kat, as well as Kelsey Key. Kelsey is just she's a hard work, personified kind of kid. So let's just talk about how the coaching staff continues to mature together collectively as a group.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun to have consistency through this year now. From last year, Kelsey's voice continues to get stronger in practice and also in our coaches' meetings, and her comfortability with us just being able to voice her opinions and her thoughts. She is quickly becoming she could coach, in my opinion, just about anywhere at this point as a head assistant, a top assistant. And she's going to be prepared in the very near future to take a program over herself. We're going to try like crazy to keep her here because, one, the consistency, but her IQ of the game, her ability to connect with our players has just been unbelievable. She's already got an offer to coach next year somewhere when she's done with her graduate studies here. We're going to do whatever it takes to try and keep her here because, man, I feel like I've been blessed with a really great coaching staff. And both my wife and her have played at a very high level in this league. They understand what it takes. They know what it takes off the floor. They know what it takes on the floor. And their wisdom and feedback and ability to share that with our girls is just huge. And so, yeah, we might have one of the better I might have one of the better groups of assistants in the conference, and that's not to put anyone down, but just to highlight how great Kelsey and Kat are at what they do. It's been a lot of fun to work with them, and I tell them all the time, like, thank you so much. You guys are huge helps. I don't know if maybe I need to tell them even more, but they're really well respected by our girls. They're tough on them sometimes, but they're really well respected, and the knowledge they bring is just I couldn't replace it.
Eric Gingerich, I'm Paul Condry for Regional Radio Sports. Thanks for joining.